Hello students and welcome back to my channel Let's Learn with Vidya. Students, in today's session we are going to see poem The Road Not Taken, which is written by Robert Frost. So let's see somewhat information about the poet first. Robert Frost, born in 1874 and he passed away in 1963. He was a celebrated American poet and he also won 4 Pulitzer Awards in his lifetime. His writing is characterized by natural imaginary and the language widely spoken by the masses. And some of his famous works are Fire and Ice, A Boy's Will, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. So these are some of his famous works. So students, before starting this stanza with explanation, I'd like to read the poem at once. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveller, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could to where it went in the undergrowth. Then took the other, at just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that the passing there, had warned them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. So, students, now let's see the poem stanza-wise. In first stanza, poet Robert Frost tells, two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveller, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. So, in this first stanza, the poet Robert Frost says that in a forest, in a jungle, there were two roads. Both roads go in different directions. So here poet used the term yellow wood. So it seems that the leaves have turned lifeless and yellow, representing here autumn season. The poet feels sorry because he alone cannot travel on both roads. So in this stanza, the roads symbolizes two choices in life, and the poet is finding it difficult to make a choice. So being a traveler, the poet stood there for a long time, determining or deciding which way to continue traveling. And as he was thinking, he noticed that one of the roads bent in the trees and shrubs and finally disappeared. Let's see the next stanza. Then took the other at just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. So here in the second stanza, poet says, after seeing that one of the roads disappeared into the undergrowth, the poet decides to take the other road. At just as fair can have multiple meanings here. Perhaps the poet wants to say that the road is beautiful as well, or the poet wants to be fair and choose the correct option. So hence selecting between two roads may portray the selection between two destinies. The poet then describes that maybe this road is better because it has fresh grass grown on it and was not used much. But when he started traveling on it, he found that travelers have passed through this road just as much as the other. In these lines, we can observe how the poet quickly goes back to his statement. First he says, this road is untravelled. Then as he walks, he finds it equally traveled. Also, the poet says that the path wanted wear. A path cannot have a desire or want to wear. Only humans have want. Thus, the poetic device personification is used here. In personification, as we know, a thing, an idea, or an animal is given human qualities. So here the path is personified. So now let's see the third stanza. And both that morning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. So in this third stanza here, the poet says that both the roads were covered with leaves that morning, and perhaps that morning he was the first traveler on that road, as the leaves fallen on the road had not turned black by the steps of the other travelers. So, however, it seems that he regrets his decision, slightly wondering if he will ever get to come back and take the other road. So, now let's see the last stanza. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the differences. So this is the last stanza of the poem, and in this last stanza, poet says, years from now, somewhere in the future, the poet feels that he will look back and then decide whether the choice he made was correct one or not. This may be indicating that making a choice out of two objectives is responsible for our future, and that makes all the differences. The choice may bring us right or wrong. He will be telling about his choice with sigh. Sigh means here releasing a deep breath expressing happiness, relief, sadness, etc. So, if the choice proves out to be right, it will be a sigh of happiness or relief, and if the choice is wrong, it will be a sigh of disappointment. So, like this, in this poem, The Road Not Taken, Robert Frost expresses how he made all the differences by choosing a road which was less traveled. This is a symbolic poem, we can say, in which the image of two roads means the availability of two options, and taking the less traveled road stands for opting a rare path, that is rare choice.